Female anime characters are like a pint from a pub. Either they'll be the most perfectly poured pint you've ever seen, or an absolute disaster. Most female characters may have great stories, but are ultimately ruined by one thing: fan service. It's in every anime, from My Dress Up Darling to Ranma Half Darling and the Franxx Kill la Kill Prison School. You cannot escape fan service. But what if I told you that anime was changing? A new era of anime is here, where women aren't a Redditor's best kept secret, where female leads aren't one-dimensional or have their stories ruined by over-excessive shots of them half naked in someone's room. What if I told you that I have two anime where the two female leads aren't just a way to gain more views, and they actually develop within the story and the plot? 3D characters with emotions and feelings and backstories to prove themselves for the rest of time. With so much anime coming out this year, I needed to do some catching up. I caught up on My Happy Marriage, I plan to rewatch Chainsaw Man for the movie, and I even started to catch up on Dr. Stone. But one anime caught me by surprise. An anime so beautiful, but tragic, but also uplifting. And of course I'm talking about The Apothecary Diaries, which is currently airing its season 2. It takes place in a fictional country called Lee, which is heavily inspired by real-life China, and Mao Mao is our female main character, and she is blimming awesome, smart, courageous, and with no fan service, she is the perfect example of how to write a female character. I just want to divert a minute to talk about what we as anime viewers, or people who watch TV in general, expect from female characters. I promise you, when it comes to modern representation of women, yeah, I'm not exactly a fan of that side of the feminist movement. But being an uncle to a niece who is young and growing up in this world, I want to show her examples of women being strong and independent, but not in the way that degrades men or themselves at the same time. It's how I want to bring up my nephew as well, that women can be strong and independent, and they deserve respect. You should always offer that extra bit of help to a woman, just in case you have the skills she might need. But what I like about The Apothecary Diaries is its representation of this. Mao Mao lives with women who are nothing more than just options for the emperor. Concubines. A woman who lives with a man but is not married to said man. A man with multiple options. This anime literally shows us how women can be treated and how they were treated in human history. But it doesn't do it in a way that degrades anyone in modern time, it's just realistic for that time. Back to Mao Mao. The reason why I like her so much is because of the depth of the character provides. She gets excited about her chosen subject, being an apothecary, and she always breaks a serious tone as she gets an opportunity to taste some poison. She's a bit of a weirdo for that. In the very first few episodes of The Apothecary Diaries, we see how Mao Mao is actually not just your average servant. She informs the staff of the concubines and Jinshi about why the concubine is ill. Why is she ill along with her child? She's intelligent, savvy, and a great help to everyone who comes across, even though people doubt her because she's a woman. Mao Mao is still a force to be reckoned with though. She takes verbal abuse, physical abuse, and quite a lot of the time is always wondering what is left next. But the thing is, she isn't perfect, and that's exactly what makes her a great character. She isn't treated any different from any other main character just because she's a female and maybe another main character would be a male. It's not about man versus woman. It's just a woman and a story, and it isn't trying to tick any boxes, looking at you Marvel, and just focuses on what matters instead: the story. Free Run Beyond Journey's End was one of the most controversial anime of recent times, mainly because people are upset of how slow and uneventful the series is compared to other shonen anime. Yes, it's a shonen. Free Run herself is the perfect example of how to write a female lead. Do you want to know the secret of how to write the perfect female lead in any show? Right, here we go. You don't write one at all. Script writing doesn't need to be complex or complicated, but instead thought-provoking and smart. Free Run takes us on this journey of, let's face it, an overpowered MC. So the growth of Free Run doesn't come from the ability, but more from her perception. Over the thousands of years that she has lived, she has seen time and time again people come in and out of her life. 5 years to her seems like 5 minutes. So as the anime progresses and she slowly realizes that she may have potentially ruined the only time she has with her friends, this is how she grows. She's not perfect, she's flawed in every single way. Three-dimensional character is not just there for the fan service or to serve the craziness of the situation. I just want to bring it back, because this just sounds like, yay, great female characters, but what does this actually mean? I think it means a many things, a many reason of why female characters can actually be quite good. I really hate the sort of, I don't want to call it woke, but that side of it where it's like the female character has to be OP or has to have this, has to be this, you know, for her to succeed. Why can't they just be a character, not anything to do with anyone else, not maybe put up by a man, maybe not put up by another woman? Why can't they just be a character in the world like anyone else would? And considering that there's only 5% of women who watch my channel, this definitely isn't sort of like to cuddle up or do anything like that. It's just to say that why do anime have to have such bad female leads most of the time? One of them I want to talk about is Misa from Death Note, because I think she's a very extravagant case, if you want to call it that.
I don't remember how I felt, and I don't even know what I was wearing.
She's not completely fan serviced out or anything like that, but she's there to serve the craziness of the situation. She is there to be like Yagami's, well, bitch. But to be honest, it kind of works in that sense. And you know, I talk about Misa being a bad female character, but in a way she is a good one, because even though she's head over heels in love and she's crazy, it kind of makes sense for the story. She's being manipulated. That's telling you more about Light than it is about her, or maybe it's just saying she's easily manipulated. There's such a thing, mainly in the Western world, that females, if they have to be a lead, they have to have some sort of superpower or be overpowered or have something, but they can't just be them. They can't just be a woman. And it's really weird, because when you look at male leads, they can just do what they want. And it really sounds like I'm a feminist spokesperson right now, but to be honest, I'm probably 50-50 in the balance. I want examples like Nausicaa of the Valley of the Wind, Whisper of the Heart, and many Ghibli films who just portray female characters as that. Female. It doesn't make them any better. It doesn't go woke and it doesn't go broke. It just says what they are and why they are that person, and it's based off their personalities and traits and their actions rather than just them being a male or a female. Male this, female that, wow, who actually cares? Well, I'll tell you what, at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter, it's not that deep, but it is just nice to see the rise of great anime, because these animes are great within themselves, by the way. It's not just the female character that makes the anime. If you've seen Freerun or you've seen the Apothecary Diaries, you'll understand what makes these animes so great. Everything from the music, to the animation, to the voice acting, to the characters within themselves, including side characters. I love Jinshi as a character. What I hope to see is more of these characters and more of these animes, you know, not even just like every anime has to have a female lead for it to be good now. Just one in a bunch, and then I think it'll be good to show that influence to your nieces, to your children, and everything like that. I just want to say thank you very much to everybody who is a part of this channel and everybody who's subscribed and giving all the support over the past couple of weeks. It's been definitely a journey already, even though I only started mid-November properly. So we got a big year ahead of us. We got a bunch of anime coming out, and we got a bunch of videos to create and consume and watch and enjoy. So I hope I can bring you the best of my editing, which will get better over time, I promise, and the best of my voiceovers, which will get maybe better over time. I don't know, we'll see how it goes. But I just want to say thank you very much, guys. Make sure you're subscribed, and I will catch you all later.